Okay, so I just got back from seeing Star Trek Into Darkness, and uh, before I get into the review officially, I just wanted to say that I am not a Trekkie. I'm what you would call a casual Star Trek fan. I know a little something about Star Trek. Not to say that I hate it or anything, but I'm like casual. But I do want to get more into the universe. It's just that I'm currently I am into so many things right now. Like I'm watching so much stuff that I can't really just get really deep into Star Trek right now. But I would like to just I don't know put like 2 months aside to just get really deep into the Star Trek uh, lore and everything like that. I also tried to stay away from everything, spoilers. I tried to stay away from TV spots and other trailers. I saw the first trailer and I was like, yeah, that already sold me. I'm going to go see this one without a shadow of a doubt. And I wanted to see it kind of with a more with a less compact audience because I didn't want to go see it the first time, like the first couple of days it was released and things like that. I want to see it with the more, like I said, less compact audience. And I'm just gonna say right off the bat, ooh, was it good? I loved it. This is a great way to kick off the summer. Now let me just talk about the 2009 Star Trek that J.J. Abrams directed. Of course, I think the Trekkies, hardcore Trekkies, didn't really care for it because it wasn't enough talky talk. It wasn't enough, character interaction. It felt more like an action film. It felt more like Star Wars and Star Trek. And I can understand where they're coming from, but as a person who's not a hardcore Trekkie, I enjoyed the 2009 Star Trek. It really, I think it did a good job of revitalizing the interest in the franchise. And I really didn't have a problem with the first one. And the same here. I think this is better than the first one. And there's a lot of really good character interactions in here. The acting is fantastic. The set pieces are fantastic. The special effects are fantastic. Everything is just great. Nothing about this film really bothered me. As a person, like I said, who's not really deep into Star Trek, I really, really enjoyed this a lot. Um, and, Benedict Cumberbatch, fantastic as Khan. I mean, the way he was playing the role, I was like, man, this dude is boss. Like this dude should get some type of award for that performance because he did a fantastic job in this role. Just came off as a really good villain, and I really like what they did with the character. Like it doesn't end like I thought it was gonna end. Like the film has to be like at least 2 hours long, and it felt shorter for some reason. I was so into it, I just really wasn't paying attention to the time or anything. I was just really into the film, really liked it, and I liked everything that was going on. I liked the character interactions. I liked the action parts. It was just really, really good. My audience that I went with, even though it was a small audience, they really enjoyed it. Everybody was clapping when they were supposed to clap and laugh when they were supposed to laugh, and getting a little bit teary eyed when they're everybody's supposed to get teary eyed. It was just everything was spot on. There's some surprises in here. There's some moments where you're gonna be kind of like, "Oh man, I didn't expect that to happen." That got me a few times. I know that much. But yeah, overall, just I give it a perfect 10 out of 10. Like it's what I want from a summer action. I mean, a summer blockbuster film. But it's also it doesn't follow the tropes of regular summer action films. Like it's the comedy in here is well balanced. Everything is well balanced. It's not a point in here where you're gonna be, or at least for me personally, there's not a point in here where I'm like, oh, they're overdoing it. They're overdoing this. They're overdoing the action. They're overdoing the comedy. It's just well balanced. It's really well done. I'm kind of repeating myself about that point, but it is like you're not gonna be like, oh, this is too much or not enough of this. It's just well paced. The pacing is perfect. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like I said, the acting is fantastic. Everybody does a great job. I think Zachary actually did a better job in here than he did in the 2009 as Spock. Like I was like, Chris Pine as Kirk was great. I liked his character arc a lot. Him and Spock and Uhura had a good character arc in here. Uh, you know, everybody is just really, really good. I can't really have any complaint about the characters or the villains or anything. I'm trying to think of anything that I didn't particularly like. I mean, just from beginning to end, I just really enjoyed this film. I can't say enough good things about it. Uh, well, I can't say one kind of bad thing. I keep saying like it was 2 hours long, but it could have been a little bit longer. The fights could have been a little bit more dragged out, but I think if they did do that, it would have probably felt like too much for some people. So maybe that's a good thing that it was just, timed the way it was. I'm pretty sure there were some scenes that were cut out and stuff like that because they didn't want to bore the audience. But yeah, I think this time around there was more talky talk. There wasn't, as much. I don't know what Trekkies were disappointed with was which was too much action. Like there's good interacting with the characters. There is more talky talk and there is more of, the interaction, and I think Trekkies want in their Star Trek. The music is great. Soundtrack is fantastic. Not the lens flares are condensed in here, not as much. There were some few where I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of lens flares again, but it's not overdone. Like I think it's just right. J.J. Abrams likes to do that. I don't know why he has a fascination with lens flares, but whatever. I guess every director kind of has their little perk that they like to do in films, but that's not overdone. The story is not really hard to follow. It's not overly complicated. The plot and story, it works out just fine. Like you're not going to be confused. Even if you didn't see the 2009 Star Trek, I think you can go into this film and just enjoy it. Like you're not going to be like, oh man, I should have watched the first one because I'm confused. It's not directly linked to that. It's its own story. It's its own movie. You can go into this without knowing anything about Star Trek and just enjoy it. And I think that's what also really makes this film great, because although I would encourage to watch the 2009 Star Trek before going into this film, but you don't have to. It's just a really fun ride, and it's just a great way to kick off the summer. This is my favorite film of the summer so far. I've only seen actually one film this summer, so that's really odd for me to say. But out of the movies that I have seen, this one is my favorite thus far, hands down. 10 out of 10 blood drops for me. This is a really short review. I really don't have much to say about it. I'm not going to spoil anything. Just expect a fun ride and to enjoy yourself. And definitely go out and support this film. I think this is one you're going to want to see. It's not one of those summer blockbusters where you spend your money, your hard-earned money on, and you're like me, you're on a budget. You're going to walk out of this going, well, that was well spent money. That was well done. Why can't more films be like this? I got to say, J.J. Abrams, I know he's directing Star Wars, the new Star Wars films. I wish this dude would direct a Green Lantern film. This is the guy who should have done Green Lantern. It has that Green Lantern feel to it, what I wanted from a Green Lantern film. Chris Pine, I think, would make an excellent Hal Jordan. I've said that before. I think J.J. Abrams would be great for Green Lantern, but he's going on to do Star Wars. It's kind of sad because I really do think he could make Green Lantern, put it on the map. But it's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do to Star Wars, what he's going to do with that franchise. Because in my opinion, he's done a good job in revitalizing Star Trek. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave this video off. Definitely go out and check this one out. I love this film. If I had more money, if I wasn't on a budget, I would definitely go out and see it again. But unfortunately, I'll probably go see it next week, or the week after when I get paid again, so I can, I don't know, I'll probably go take my parents or somebody to go see it, just to see it again, or I just go by myself and, enjoy the show. So that's it. You guys tell me what you thought about the film if you saw it, and I will catch you guys for the next review. I'm out. Peace.